Hey, what's going on? You know who it is, you know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. All right, I had a Instagram or Twitter uh tweet or something that was screen saved by one of my subs. And I'm gonna speak on this individual person because I've never liked this dude. And I swear to God, dude is the biggest piece of shit out there. He a piece of shit, and he always have been a piece of shit. Now, let me talk about I'll talk about Marcos Villegas. Um, look, as far as Marcos go, look, Marcos been saying little slick shit like that. Marcos always would say little slick shit, but you know the thing is with Marcos, I say this much: Marcos was always fair to me, you know, but he has said some little suspect shit, you know. And I'm gonna make this very clear. Anybody come on here saying, "Hey, can we not make this about race?" I'm blocking your ass. You are automatically blocked. Don't tell me not to talk about race. This is my fucking channel, and I will talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. So if you got a problem with what I have to say, you got a problem with my content, get your ass off of here. Don't ever come back. Do not tell me what to talk about. Okay? You have a problem with my content, go somewhere else. Okay? Now, with that being said, let me get back to Marcos. Like I said, Marcos has always been cool with me, but he said stuff that bothered me that I knew was suspect. You know, Marcos is a paid man, and what I mean by that, he's bought, he's compromised. He'll do anything to stay in the boxing realm, such as a lot of other people. They will compromise themselves no matter what, just to be able to have their meaningless media credentials that they think make them some standout dude, which it really doesn't. You know, I'm just keeping it a buck, ladies and gentlemen. But for real, am I saying Marcos is a suspect, bigot, racist, a guy practicing white supremacy? Uh, to me, he is. I'm gonna tell you something Marco said that like rubbed me the wrong way. Now, when I was first covering fights for, Desiree Perez, Alpo's Takashi Boxing Nation, um, as I was starting to cover these fights, I was, making my way around, introducing myself, just trying to, check some temperatures, get a feel of people, see what I was up against, take some pointers, because like I said, I will say this much. I picked up a lot following Fred around, and I thank Fred for that. You know, then I picked up some stuff from Ellie, and then a couple of other people, and Sean from Fight Hype. So Sean was cool. Sean from Fight Hype. Sean is cool. I don't have no issues with Sean. Sean ain't never did nothing to me. Sean always been cool with me, and I'm cool with Ellie, and but I remember when I met Marcos, I know we was in LA. I forgot what fight it was. I think it was the Mikey Garcia Robert Easter Jr. fight. So, I've been watching Marco's channel. And I still watch his channel. He do some all right interviews. Sometimes you watch to see what other people is doing. But I don't troll his channel, you know. But I'm keeping it 100. So, I introduced myself to Marcos, and he asked me who was I covering fights for. Now, keep in mind, Dante, when he started sending me the fights on his behalf, he was on the verge of making his transitioning from moving from the States to, you know, um, Thailand or wherever the hell he is. So, he'd had different people covering fights for him. So, I introduced myself, and I shook his hand and whatever. And he said, oh, who you here covering fight for? And I was like, Dante. And this came out of Marco's mouth, and I will never forget that. So I said, I'm here covering the fight for Dante. He said, yeah, oh, okay. He said, yeah, I haven't seen Dante in a while, And he asked me, was Dante in jail? Marcos asked me that. Why is it that Dante got to be in jail because he got people covering fights on his behalf? So that just goes to show you Marco's style of thinking. Now, what about all them other media outlets that have people that go on their behalf? Does that mean they in jail? Why is it that Dante was in jail because he sent me? But that just goes to show you how a lot of people like him think, how black people are perceived. And I looked at him like, and then I laughed it off. And I had, like I said, if I wasn't putting up with certain other media people, I had to put up with Kelly Swanson's racist ass. So I put up I put up with a lot of shit when I was covering boxing. But yeah, Marco said that to me, and I was like, man, fuck this dude. But I'll let it slide because at the end of the day, you gotta be cool, because if you do something crazy, you put your hands on one of these dudes or cuss them out, then you could get banned. And I didn't want to mess up Dante's, thing that he had with the media and the media credentials. So I left it off. Marco said little slick shit like that before, and sometimes me and Marcos would have a disagreement about the outcome of the fight, and he'd just totally just take it too far. Like, he'd get mad. Like, man, we can have a disagreement, be like, oh, okay, well, I thought so and so won. But Marco seemed to take it hella personal that I didn't agree with him. So, whatever. He got mad when I said that Deontay Wilder won the first fight with Tyson Fury, which to me he did. He got mad when I said I thought Daniel Jacobs beat Triple G. So he one of those any type of fighter but the brother fighters. And yeah, he happened to be Mexican, but what did that mean? You don't want to go that route with me. You don't want to try to play that game with me because you ain't gonna like what I have to say. But yeah, Marco's been saying little suspect shit like that. But let me get to this other dude. I've never liked this dude. I don't like the dude. I don't like him at all. And I know he's a flat out racist. He's a racist. He's a bigot. He's a white supremacist. And he's a piece of shit. And that guy's that punk. And he a punk too. And he listens to my channel time to time. I remember he made some little comment in regards to where I said I thought that Adrian Broner, Adrian Broner didn't get enough credit for the Pacquiao fight. And I said that Pacquiao didn't blow Adrian Broner out like everybody made it seem like he did, which he didn't. But Michael Montero, he said something slick, and I checked his ass. Hasn't been back ever since. And it's funny. Michael Montero been saying little slick shit about black people and black fighters. He been doing that shit. I remember when Abel Sanchez made his comments about black fighters not being able to sell. And he was like, oh, don't listen to other media outlets. They're going to twist Abel Sanchez's words, and they're just race baiting. And when wasn't Abel Sanchez race baiting when he said that black fighters don't sell? And then, like I said, you had you had some Hispanics coming on there, talked about Abel Sanchez don't have to apologize, just like they were saying Oscar De La Hoya didn't have to apologize for those emails about Al Heyman. So I was like, okay, well, if you feel like that, fuck y'all. Don't come on here complaining if a black dude say something about a Mexican dude, and I meant every fucking word. But that just goes to show you that, like I said, once again, it ain't no black and brown unity, because they should have said you didn't hear nobody saying, hey, Abel shouldn't have said that shit. It was only one Mexican that came on my channel and said, hey man, Abel, he don't have to say stuff like that, you know. And then it was the same guy that said, Oscar didn't have to say that and he should have addressed the situation. Remember, Oscar went 2 to 3 years before he even remotely addressed it. And he still really hasn't addressed it. But you had Michael Montero, when that shit came out, accusing us of race baiting. And like I said, Michael Montero is a racist. And I'll give you another example. Now, came on some old greaser came on Michael Montero's uh I guess it's his Twitter account, and I was sent the picture. So, everybody, like I said, all over the place with this Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury thing. So of course, Michael Montero tried to say something slick. Talked about, well, Deontay Wilder should stop talking conspiracy theories and try to get a rematch. Well, he been trying to get a rematch. Tyson Fury won't fight him again. But his white ass won't address that. His white ass won't address it. Deontay Wilder been trying to get a rematch with Tyson Fury for over the last year, and Tyson Fury trying to fight Anthony Joshua. See, he failed to mention that part. Talked about, well, Anthony Joshua avenged his first loss. Deontay Wilder talking conspiracy theories. Like I said, at the end of the day, this just goes to show you how fake these people is. Now, when Lomachenko came with his conspiracy theory, people didn't even talk about it. They didn't call him out. They didn't make videos saying he need to take his loss like a man. They only did that to Wilder. But these were the same motherfuckers that was complaining, saying that Andre Ward cheated against Sergey Kovalev. And this is what I say about these fake people on YouTube. They fake. Y'all fake. You know what I'm saying? If he should already know, Deontay Wilder been trying to get a rematch with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury won't do the rematch. So how can he avenge his loss when the dude won't fight him? Won't get in the ring with him? Okay? But yeah, and then here's the kicker. Like I said, I done seen people come on his channel and say blatantly racist stuff towards black people and black fighters. He don't say, hey man, don't make this about race. But he'll tell black channels not to make stuff about race. But he called himself trying to have something to say about black content creators and black channels. But the funny part about it was he was asking black channels to help him get his views up. Did y'all know that about that dude? Did y'all know that about you know what I'm saying, Tony Montero from Saturday Night Fever? Because that's pretty much who he is. And if you know who Tony Montero is, that's John Travolta's character from Saturday Night Fever from 1977. And if you guys don't know, his character was a racist. Yeah, Saturday Night Fever is a classic movie, but Tony Montero, his character was a racist. And Michael Montero is a racist. Only got something to say to black people. I done seen him let people come on his channel saying racist stuff about black people. Do he check them? Do he say anything? Hey man, don't say that. No, just like he didn't say nothing about that greaser that put up a picture of Deontay Wilder when he got when Tyson Fury, knocked him down. He said happy Black History Month. So fuck that dude too. But and I could look at his picture and tell that he was some Hispanic dude, some Mexican. But that's cool though. Like I told you, ain't no black and brown unity. I don't have no issue with y'all, but we ain't allies. Straight up. But fuck that dude. One thing about me, I try to respect people's culture and people's history, but nobody don't want to respect ours. But I bet you this punk listen to rap music. I bet you he try to dress like black people. And he probably say the N-word too. Fake motherfucker. But yeah, you didn't see Michael Montero say, hey man, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. He didn't say shit. I done seen this YouTube channel. He'll let people come on there saying blatantly racist stuff about black people. But he'll be the first dude to say, oh, I'm not a racist. You a racist, you punk. And Michael Montero, here's another thing, dude. The only reason why you started getting into covering boxing is because you a failed actor. You a failed actor, okay? You a failed actor and you're a steroid user, okay? And you live in Atlanta and you work in a 9 to 5, punk. Straight up. But yeah, I had to say this about guys like him. I'm not gonna say his name in the title. Y'all will figure it out. But it is what it is. Once again, Michael Montero, you a racist bitch. And like I said, that's why you living in Atlanta doing a 9 to 5, working behind a cubicle because you failed at acting. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.